Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of my question and answer video. I'm answering you guys' questions from last week. I do this every single Monday. If you guys have a question, please go down below in the comment section, ask me anything you want, and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video next Monday. I'm answering questions for people that are suffering or have suffered from emotional, traumatic, abusive relationships, things like this. Abusive relationships, abusive family, home, childhood, boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, okay? So any questions you guys have, please ask. That's how we heal. That's how we recover, is to know what happened. We have to know. So ask, okay? All I ask from all of you is please leave your locations. Tell us where you are from. You can be totally general. You can make it up. Just give a place where you're from. Thank you. So let's get started with the questions. I have several left for part 2. If you missed part 1, please go back and watch it. First question in part 2 is from Sunny Day. I don't know where you're from. How do you begin to trust new people in your life after a lifetime of narcissists and manipulators? I've been through this since birth. I'm 58 and trying to discern who is good and who is toxic. Well, that's hard, isn't it, Sunny? It's kind of hard to discern who is good and bad. And that's why I say I don't think that works. I don't think that's a good plan. With compassion and empathy and understanding and love for ourselves and our fellow humans, we realize that human beings make mistakes, and that's how we learn. It's nice when someone tells us so we don't have to make our mistake, but there's not always someone there to tell us, and really making our own mistake and learning that way is so much better. That's what I did. That's how I'm able to help you guys. I made mistakes that I'm learning from. So, Sunny, just like you've made mistakes, other people make mistakes all the time. And that means good people do bad things. And if you think there's bad people, I'll tell you, they do good things. So then what? You know what I mean? How do we measure that? How do we do that? Well, let me tell you, it's not by anybody else in the world. You said, how do you begin to trust new people in your life after a lifetime of narcissists and manipulators? It's the person that you need to trust, Sonny, is you. That's who you need to trust. If you aren't trusting people and you don't want to leave the house, so to speak, and because of a lifetime of narcissists and manipulators, it's you not being confident on how to navigate. And I get that. I understand. And you don't want to get hurt anymore and lied to and tricked and betrayed and all this stuff. So how do I do this? How do I navigate? How do I meet new people and let them in my life? Well, you got to take a chance, Sonny. You have to. So what do? We work on ourselves, okay? Find out what went wrong. And you said it's been a lifetime, so maybe you're already starting to learn. The reason you've had these people in your life is because of your childhood. What does that mean? What does that mean? That it wasn't that you just can't identify bad people. You've seen people do things that go against who you are, and you allowed it, I'm sure. Have you? Think of those times. Those times are very, very important. To think of the times that you allowed people to do things that you're against. Because, Sonny, what you think is a bad person, I may not. And maybe 100 other people will or will not. So it's about you, isn't it, Sonny? It's about what's good and bad for you. What's good? What's bad? That's your decision. And that's how you navigate through life. Okay? We take our time. We don't rush in and open our door to people right away. We take the time to get to know them. That's the famous line, right? The famous line from every victim recovering from narcissistic abuse. I didn't know. And we jumped right into the relationship, and we got married right away, and we had kids right away. I didn't know. Should have found out. Should have taken time. That's all we got to do, Sonny. We got to work on ourselves. We got to start having good experiences, and that's by taking a chance. That's by being vulnerable again. That's the only way. But if you start building up who you are and your confidence in yourself, it won't feel so scary. You'll know that you're strong and that you'll be confident in your choices. And if somebody does something I don't like, I simply say I don't like that. If they don't change, I walk away. It's that simple, but we have to feel that in ourselves. We have to feel confident, and our self-worth has to be up, up, up. Right now, yours is far down here. So all of our choices need to say who we are. We've had people in our lives that we allowed to hurt us. That doesn't say who we are. So we get them all out of our life. That best shows who we are. That raises our self-worth up a little bit. And we just keep doing that. Make sure you're conscious of our choices and what we're doing, okay? Best way to do this always is with support from other people. Good luck. Mad Max, I don't know where you're from, besides Australia. Maybe you're in Australia, that's where Mad Max is. I have been successfully smear campaigned for a year now. He stalks me through other people and threatens me that it is nowhere near over. What should I do? Terrible. I'm so sorry. I know what this is like. I've experienced this. I am now. It's a horrible feeling, isn't it? Awfully, awfully sorry. I can give you some general pointers. Most important is that you counter these things, that you tell yourself the truth, and you have people in your life that support you tell you the truth too. Have them tell you how great you are, David. You know, Mad Max, you're great. Don't worry, don't listen to that. That's not true. The other thing is don't listen to it. Don't look at it, don't read it, and don't have anybody giving you updates. Okay, you tell them to stop. We need people in our lives. Look, if people are causing this pain, it's people that will help you alleviate it, okay? Document everything, and we document what they did, the day and time, and most importantly, how it felt. I was scared for my life. I was stressed. I'm going to start coming out with more videos on how to protect yourself from smear campaigns. I've learned a lot. And I finally found some answers to make it stop. And mine is going to stop soon. They're going to be forced to be stopped. And once this happens, I'm going to start talking about it. Once it's over, soon, I'll be able to start talking about it finally. Okay? So I'll have more information definitely in the future. But we separate from it as much as we can. We don't see it. We don't smell it. We don't listen to it. We don't look at it. We don't hear it. We don't have other people tell us. We surround ourselves with other people in our life that counter that. Say that we're good people. Hire professionals, stuff like this. Document everything and go file a police report. Always. Always go file a police report. You can file a report also with the FBI. You can get a lawyer to make them stop. And you can hire a lawyer to help you pursue criminal charges against them. There's also organizations now that I just found out that are led by police officers that will help this. Okay? Keep looking for answers from lawyers and from police officers, but do that tomorrow. Go file a police report, okay? Good luck. I'm sorry. Kayla from Alabama. Hello, Kayla. What do you do if your mom and stepfather have the ex-narcissist over every weekend playing music? They have a band together and play at family get-togethers. I live across the street. Oh, God, that's horrible, Kayla. I'm sorry. Well, we don't date people in the band, right? Isn't that like a rule of bands? Like we don't date? That's terrible. This should give you a glimpse into your childhood. What do I mean by that? How do your parents handle this? You know, do you go and tell them? Do they know that you don't like it? I mean, does it take your daughter to come tell you, stop hanging out with my ex-boyfriend, I don't like it? I'm guessing if he's a narcissist, I'm guessing he abused you. Do your parents know that he abused you? Or do they do what other neglectful parents do and say, oh, I don't think he abused you. That's not abuse. I never saw him do that. I'm sure he didn't mean it. It's too late now. We're in a band. Shouldn't have dated him. There's nothing we can do. We're in a band now. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want, all this other crap instead of, I care about my daughter and I'm going to show you how. They're showing you how much they care about your feelings. And I hope they cared more than this when you were a child. My guess is no, they didn't. And that's why you dated somebody else who doesn't care about your feelings. Do you see that? We date people who don't care or love us because we had parents that didn't love us enough. Period. Period. I'll say that again. We date people who don't love us because we had parents that didn't love us enough. Okay? That probably has a lot to do with that, Kayla. I am awfully sorry. That's got to be horrible. But you separate yourself from your parents then. What else can you do? You tell them to stop, and if they don't, then you separate yourself from your parents until their little charade is over, their little band. That's going to be so big and so famous, right? Like, do you have really that much fun that you can't even enjoy your daughter because they like playing music with him more than just enjoying the company of their daughter? Amazing. They can't still play music without him? I mean, maybe they're doing it on purpose. I don't know. How can you be left not to think that after a while? I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose, but it's like, what are you doing on purpose? I love people that don't do things on purpose. I didn't mean to. I didn't know. Anyways, I'm sorry. Separate yourself from that. As tough as that is. Karen. Karin. I don't know where you're from, Karen. Could my mother be a narcissist? And you gave me all kinds of stuff. And let me tell you, I don't diagnose people, especially on this channel, but I'm not a doctor, so I'm literally, I can give my opinion because I'm not a doctor. I can. Doctors can't. I can give my opinion, but it won't do any good. All the stuff you wrote is so highly narcissistic, unbelievably. It's horrible, Karen. Your mother is horrible. And I hate to say that about anybody's mother, but how she treats you is horrible. Here's just some examples. Quotes. Your brother's wife is the daughter I always wanted. You're causing trouble. I could have done it better. So narcissistic. Gossips about you to your brother and his wife. So narcissistic. So narcissistic. Yes. Is she a narcissist? I'm not going to say. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Wouldn't matter. It's not important. Right? I could give her all kinds of titles. What's important is what the hell she's doing. How it feels. It must feel awful. You say you're always walking on eggshells. Typical narcissist. Tells my boyfriends I am a terrible person and even stole one of your boyfriends and was proud of it. I chose to word it that way. You worded it even nicer. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how nice people like this will be. They get treated like crap their whole life. I bet you're still a nice person. Stole a boyfriend from me and was proud of it. Is there something wrong with me? You know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to sit here and say there's nothing wrong with you and that your mom is a narcissist and all this. I'm not going to say that. Okay, this is all unhealthy. And for you to grow up this way, you need help. Rightly so. It's not your fault. How about that? This is just me. I don't know if there's something wrong with you, but by this, how could you not be upset, not sad, not broken down, not always have doubt and not know who you are right now and feel like it doesn't matter what I want and need. I don't even know. I mean, I can't imagine how you feel growing up with a mother like this. Get help, Karen. You don't feel good? Get help to feel better, right? There doesn't have to be anything wrong with you. There doesn't have to be anything wrong with anybody that goes and asks for some help. I'm having troubles doing this. Have someone help you. I want to go do this. I'm not sure if I can. Maybe have somebody help you. I feel bad. Have someone make you feel better. Have somebody help you. You need some help, Karen. This would be impossible to completely recover and heal from by yourself. It could be more damaging. Okay? You need to get away from your mom. I don't know if there is a possible way to deal with her. I don't know. I'm sorry. Good luck. Nicole again from Portland. Hello, Nicole. If narcissists can't truly love and they just use sex as a weapon to control, why would they say, I love you during sex every time? Well, what a huge question, right? Loaded question. So let's all have our own definition of love. I think that's the only answer, isn't it? Because I can tell you what I think love is and someone's going to say, well, and also this. Oh, well, not quite, but this. So we all have our own definition, correct? That's the only best way I can come up with. We all have our own definition because I know there's people that don't love like I do at all. It seems like they can't love at all, but they'll say, I do. Who's to tell them they can't? It's like if I was a doctor and someone came to me and said, my elbow hurts, who am I to say, no, it doesn't? You can't measure that, right? They say it hurts. It hurts. Someone says they love. I guess they love. Do I want to be loved like that? No, thank you. I'll move on. I'll pass. I want to be loved the way that I love. Pretty simple, right, Nicole? You and him are completely different, have different definitions of love. He's never going to love you the way that you love him. How's that? Why does he say he loves you? Maybe he thinks he does. Am I to tell him he doesn't? Nope, not gonna. I'm going to say that I would find somebody else, Nicole. You know, I know you're not with him anymore. I mean that, but I just mean, you get what I'm saying? The next person you're with, make sure when he says he loves you that you feel like it, that he shows it, that he is good to you and doesn't take you out and isolate you in the woods and tells you there's scary people trying to kill him or whatever. I don't know, all these crazy things he tells you. Yeah, find somebody more like you that's more like you in here. Okay? Sophie from Budapest, Hungary. Hello, Sophie. I have problems with acceptance, and I shortened this big time. It was very, very long. I hope you're okay with me shortening it. I have problems with acceptance. If somebody hurts my boundaries, my main basic values, I can't stand it, and I immediately block them emotionally. Do you think it's too tight? I would like to be more open to people, but then I imagine I have to be friends with them. I totally understand what you're saying, Sophie. I think, I could be wrong, please ask me again if you think I'm wrong. But I think what you're saying is we want to be more accepting of everybody in the world. But I feel like if I accept them too much. And now they're in my life and now we're friends and I don't want to be and I don't know how to stop being friends with them and all this. That's all boundaries. You're correct. Boundaries is communication. It's all communicating. And we have to be able to tell people, no, too much. No, please don't call me that much. No, I don't want to be friends right now. I have enough friends. I mean, these things can hurt people and we can say, oh, I don't want to hurt anybody, but it's the truth. And we've got to be honest with people. We've got to be honest. Okay? We have to. We can't lead people on. We can't make people think that we like them in a certain way when we don't. We can't just want to have fun with somebody when that person really likes us and we just want to have fun and we lead them on. You know? So it's all about communicating. We obviously need to learn how to communicate better. Because you can accept people in the world, but you don't have to be friends with them. And I get that, right? I get that. It's about being able to tell people no right away. Boundaries are step forward, step back. I'm not comfortable with that. Please come and tell me you love me. Please reassure me. Come forward. So it's all your communication, Sophie. It's all about how you tell them and just tell people the truth and stop worrying about hurting people's feelings so much. Okay? You could say something that might hurt one person's feelings but won't hurt the other person's feelings. It's on the person. They have their feelings. They're responsible for them and they need to take care of their feelings. You have to be able to tell the truth, right? Start practicing small. And one way I get people to really, really help with this, pick a day, like tomorrow, where you have to say no to everybody. No matter who it is, no matter what they ask for, you say no. You can tell them you're doing that if you have to, but just no. And start telling people no thank you, without explanations, without explaining why, or without apologies. I'm so sorry. Sorry I can't. Sorry I can't give you the money. Sorry I don't have enough money. I'll have enough, maybe more next week. I'll give it to you. You don't want to give them the money, so just stop and tell them no. It's not about how much, right? It's about I don't want to give you money. No. So just no thank you. Practice these things. It helps. It's a great practicing tool to start just saying no thank you. No. It's a great way to start building up our boundaries. Start building up. Let me say, maybe we feel this way, but we can't communicate it very well. So that's a good way to start being able to tell people no and being okay with it. Having some positive results gives a little confidence and we can start doing it more. Thank you. And last question's from L. Leonard in Tasmania. Hello. And this is also very shortened because it was very long. I hope that's okay. If I miss anything, ask me again. No contact now for 8 months from my ex-fiance. He began a social media smear campaign calling me a thief, a scammer, and a narcissist. He gifted me a $280 ring, and a flying monkey of his contacted me telling me that he wants to meet with me before he gets married to his new girlfriend. Do I think that I think your question is, do I think he wants to meet you for the ring back to re-gift it to the new girl? I think so. That sounds like it. I wouldn't know. But you have every right to keep that ring. I don't know how your laws are. There are actual laws about this here in my country, in America, where if we give someone a gift, they get to keep it. But if it was under the pretext that we get married, then they might be able to get it back. So the fact that you guys never got married, he might be able to get that ring back if he wants to take you to court. I don't know what your laws are there. $289 ring, I'd probably just mail it to his buddy. Be done with him. You don't want the ring. You want to be reminded of him every time you look at that ring for $289? Go buy your own $100 ring for yourself. I don't know. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. I'd let him go make his mistake. Okay? And thank God it's not you making it with him. That is somebody else. Be thankful. Be grateful. Send them off with your best wishes because they're going to need it. Thank you, all of you. That's the end of the Q&A video. If you could help me, what I'm doing is trying to help you guys recover and heal. If you think that my information is beneficial, try to spread it. Try to give it to somebody else who might need it, okay? And you can support my videos by thumbs up, thumbs down on the video, write a comment, ask a question, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for all of that so much. Thank you, all of you. Love yourself first, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.